should not have paused in that corner. He has got to stay on top of.
Wait a second!
What the hell is this?
Look who's standing up! I told you he's a crook!
What a fraud!
And he hits the gun show! Hey, ref!
Look at this!
The whole entire Wrestle Center has seen it!
This sapsucker of an individual is up out of this wheelchair.
I told you!
He's out!
I told you!
He's out!
He's out of here!
The referee's ejected Jimmy Blaylock in the click!
Yes! Finally, Jimmy Blaylock is
You're
busted!
out!
Busted, finally! Reverse. Big spine buster! You know what's coming next.
I think Van's head just ricocheted off the mat, I think.
Oh, coming right up, Mr. Mural. He's coming to you. Good show,
God in
lariat!
heaven, I heard that.
And that is it!
Time to make the world recognize we ain't playing, yo. Off the top, smashing folk, hitting with the gun show. Everybody gon' flip, and that's off the rip. We are Memphis Wrestling, now you know who you messing with. 5-star, that's the name. Maria's here to change the game. M-Dub on my chest, got me slamming all you lame. You ain't know, you messing with the real dealer. From the super kicking, body slamming show stealer. Started out in the Memphis, Tennessee. Watching wrestling every Saturday on TV. It's only the beginning, now it's time to play.
Hello everybody and welcome to an exciting edition of Memphis Wrestling. I am Dustin Starr and I'm joined alongside my lovely Maria. Are you ready?
Dustin, I stay ready.
Just stay ready. Today marks the beginning of our Memphis Trios Tournament. Our annual Memphis Trios Tournament starts right here today, and also a huge main event. It's the final battle. It's Simon of the Posse versus Tim Grind. The final showdown happens today.
Better known as Daddy.
In a last man standing match. But first, it's bell time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Memphis Wrestling Women's Champion, Mackenzie Morgan and Tim Bosby! Capacity crowd here at the Wrestle Center going absolutely bananas for the new tag team of Tim Bosby and the Memphis Wrestling Women's Champion, MKZ. Mackenzie Morgan, Tim Bosby, it is official in 2 weeks. Just what you guys asked for. It is winner takes all for the first time ever.
That is right, Dustin Starr. In 2 weeks' time, it's official. Austin Lane, Nikki Lane versus myself and Mackenzie Morgan. Winner take all.
And it's winner takes all because the Women's Championship will be on the line, and so will the Internet Championship in a tag team match.
That's right. You guys are chanting her name, but 1 seconder, I have to thank Mackenzie Morgan because she is putting her title on the line just to help me get another shot at that crook, Austin Lane. So Mackenzie Morgan, thank you.
Tim, you know, material things, they don't mean much to me. But this right here, this means the world to me. This means I am the leader of the women's division. This means little girls out there, they look up to me. Tim, I don't want to lose this, and I know you won't let me down. Together, we make an element that is second to none. What do you think?
Second to none. That's right. Austin and Nikki, we're coming to you because we are second to none.
In 2 weeks, winner takes all. The boss, MKZ, putting it all on the line against the Lane Dynasty. Fans, more Memphis Wrestling when we return. Stay with us.
Hold on, man. Hold on. You don't need to watch this. This is last week. This is last week's news. We got a trios match coming up next, dude. A trios tag team match coming up next. This is last week. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
Trios, but it's just me and you. You want me to go get the gun show or somebody like that?
No. Don't worry about it. I got it. We got our third partner. You're gonna love it. Don't worry about it. You'll see when we get in the ring. He's the best of the best. I've got it taken care of. Come on, brother. Come on.
Our opening bout is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit and is a trios tournament match. Introducing first, it is the team of Big Swole and Casanova, Colton Cage.
Not exactly sure what's going on here. We saw a moment ago that Colton Cage wanted to enter the Memphis Trios tournament, and he said he had his own partner, but I don't see a partner out here as of yet. Memphis Trios tournament action kicking things off, and you can see on your screen the official tournament brackets for this year's Memphis Trios tournament. And we have our first team coming in, and this was a red-hot team. Well, I think anyway, Colton Cage and Big Swole.
And introducing next, their tag team partner, Austin Malitalo.
So just a couple of weeks back, you saw Colton Cage had a couple of things to say about Big Swole during his match. And you saw a little while ago that Colton Cage said he had a tag team partner, and it's Austin Malitalo?
I mean, they do have matching fur jackets.
Well, but look at Big Swole. He's the odd man out here. He doesn't look too happy about this.
I mean, I could have seen that.
And introducing next, their opponents, it is the team of the Goddess of the Night, NYXX, and Matt Williams, and Storybook Prince Gaston.
Ellsworth Enterprises, collectively known as former Memphis Wrestling Women's Champion, NYXX, the Goddess of the Night. Tag teaming with Storybook Prince Gaston and Matthew Williams, and this is the opening contest of Memphis Wrestling, and also it's the open of our Memphis Trios tournament.
This is going to be interesting.
Memphis Wrestling is hotter than ever. Join us live. Next Saturday, November 18th, is our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's. Watch AEW Full Gear with us. It's free. That's Dave & Buster's in Memphis. Next Sunday, November 19th, former Impact Wrestling World Champions Josh Alexander and Eric Young are coming to Memphis Wrestling. Meet them both at our VIP experience and catch them live. Friday, December 1st, Memphis Wrestling returns to Brighton, Tennessee for one of the biggest fundraisers of the year, benefiting Brighton Baseball and Brighton Softball. Sunday, December 10th is our annual Grind City Rumble featuring Warhorse. Reserve your seat today. All tickets are on sale now. Get yours right now at memphiswrestling.tv.
With the Sonic 2 for $7 deal, you can choose from 3 delicious favorites for only $7. A Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, or foot-long chili cheese coney. It might be the greatest pairing since cherry and limeade. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
The Memphis Wrestling Fan of the Week is sponsored by Orion Federal Credit Union. Check out all the ways that Orion is redefining banking at orionfcu.com.
We aren't just here to see patients. We're here to help people walk out our doors, whether it's life-saving trauma care, advancing oncology treatment, or helping patients reclaim their independence. We're always here for you. Regional One Health, specializing in tomorrows.
Bell rings and we are underway. I want to quickly remind you that we are live right here at the Wrestle Center next Sunday. Josh Alexander and Eric Young from Impact Wrestling will be here. Get your tickets at memphiswrestling.tv. And look at that. I know you like that, Maria.
I don't think he should start out by disrespecting her, that's for sure.
Colton Cage was about to punch her right in the face and stopped by Big Swole. And look at this. Austin Malitalo says, hey, I'll do it.
I mean, they're going to be a perfect tag team. They just got to get rid of Justin Cole because he's not going to fit in.
Did you say get rid of Justin Cole? And there's a big hip toss from the goddess of the night, NYXX, and she's really laying it to Austin Mulitalo. I will point out here, I never thought I would hear the fans cheering in any capacity for NYXX after what she's done, but I guess when they're wrestling against Austin Mulitalo, look at this, I'm not sure what to call that. What do you call that?
You don't want to know what I would call that.
Austin Mulitalo makes it to the corner for the tag, and here comes Colton Cage out of nowhere.
And let me clarify, I don't think they should get rid of Justin Cole. He's just too good for them.
Look at this. NYXX shoves Colton Cage off the top rope, and wait a minute, we've got company here.
Oh, okay.
DDT, Diana Taylor out here, and NYXX and DDT have been at it week after week, and now DDT has taken NYXX's crown. Is she mocking NYXX here?
She is. She's going to do a little prance around the ring.
Look at this. DDT is running out of here, and obviously this is some sort of ploy from DDT.
Clearly, Dustin.
Big SWOLE seems to have tagged himself in, getting his first look at action here. Looks like he's measuring them up. Matt and Storybook wondering what the heck happened to NYXX.
They should probably turn around.
Fans are chanting SWOLE. Breaks through the double clothesline and hits one of his own. Big SWOLE's feeling it today. Big SWOLE, Justin Cole with a big SWOLE slam, and that's gotta do it. And it does.
Here are your winners, Big SWOLE, Colton Cage, and Austin Mulitalo.
Big SWOLE picks up the victory real quick. Let's take a look back on their instant replay brought to you by Kapow Comics in Sherwood, Arkansas. 501-834-5769, and there's a lot more to say about this trio moving forward in the Memphis Trios Tournament. SWOLE is none too pleased. Didn't get his hand raised with his team. Looks like Austin and Colton are on their own page, and Big SWOLE is on his own page as well. Welcome back to the desk, fans. We just had our first contest, Memphis Trios Tournament, but today's main event is the final battle. There are no rules. It is last man standing, and you know the hell that the posse have put Tim Grind and Lance and his family through, and today they settle the score once and for all.
I can't wait to see it. Hopefully
Neither can they, fans. We caught up with Simon and we caught up with Tim and Flex earlier today. Check it out.
Tim Grind. Today, in the last man standing match, with the boogeyman of the boogeyman, what were you thinking? Your son cost me my partner.
What the hell is Simon doing? Oh my gosh! Lance got out of the way just in time! Mr. Chris! A fireball thrown at Mr. Chris!
You saw what happened to his face, and you still show your face here in Memphis today? By the end of today's episode, I promise not only am I gonna get rid of you, but I'm gonna make sure that no more of those snot-nosed punks like Lance ever come out of your body.
The father has to discipline. Oh my! In heaven.
And when it's all said and done, I will be the last man standing and the only man breathing.
You know, Flex, first of all, I'm so glad you're back. So glad to see you by my side.
It's Flex! Flex is here! Big shots from Flexer!
You call him daddy too?
Flex taking on the posse all by himself! Lance exits the ring. It's evened up.
Now, secondly, I got a message for the posse. Simon, I don't care what my son has done. He turned his back on me.
No! Wait a minute, come on! They've had to brainwash this kid.
But he is still my son, and he is still a child. You tried to throw fire in my son's face?
That's Mike, but wait a second.
Oh, blood is thicker than water.
Lance says don't do it.
Oh,
Look at this, folks.
okay.
What in the heck is going on now? They've
We're
turned
calling
on Lance.
CPS over this.
Simon, do it. Oh my gosh!
I'm going to end this once and for all today with the posse, one way or the other, Flex.
You know, Tim, I talked with King Cobra, made a promise to him I would not interfere as long as no one else interferes. But I'm going to be watching from the locker room, and you know I got your back, dog.
I know, dog. Listen up. Simon, last man standing match, one way or the other, Tim Grind will be the last man standing. And that's the business, dog.
Okay, yes, Mike is the #1 contender. The way he won it, I mean, I can't go along with that.
Something is stewing in the head of Mike Anthony.
Why has he got a chair?
Okay, listen. Tuma deserves another shot, and I'm going to book the match. If it was Mike the other way around, he'd be screaming blood and murder if he didn't get another shot at it.
Could we see the monster unlocked again?
Don't do it! Mike Anthony with a steel chair. Oh my God!
And the referee is out. This should be a disqualification. Kate Toomer should be the winner here.
God! No!
I don't believe it.
Hey, you're right about that. Probably going to tear the place apart, but Tuma deserves another shot. I'm going to book the match, and we go from there.
Mike Anthony just destroys Kate Toomer with a steel chair.
Our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's is AEW Full Gear. Join us Saturday, November 18th. It's free to watch. That's Dave & Buster's in Memphis. Comics, Kapow Comics! It's the place for comic books, retro games, classic memorabilia, and more. Kapow Comics, 501-834-5769. Sunday, November 19th, former Impact Wrestling World Champions Josh Alexander and Eric Young are coming to Memphis Wrestling. Reserve your seat right now at memphiswrestling.tv. Friday, December 1st, Memphis Wrestling returns to Brighton, Tennessee for one of the biggest fundraisers of the year. Join us for a huge night of action benefiting Brighton baseball and softball. Get your tickets in advance at memphiswrestling.tv.
But challenge to a fight right here, right now at our Halloween Spooktacular. And here comes the Reverend. We don't see the Reverend actually have matches that often, so I'm interested to see how this is going to play out as Reverend Ash Taylor is unrobing. Bell rings, and we are nearly underway. Face to face here, and look at this. Reverend Ash Taylor has turned his back on Big John Dalton here, almost daring him to attack.
I mean, God's got him, right?
Watch out, I don't like the looks of this, and Big John Dalton smashed in the back of the head with a collection plate. And now Righteous Ryan with a face breaker.
I mean, 3-on-1, Dustin, this is
it's
not
a setup.
fair.
Total setup here, I don't like it. Ring that bell, let's get some help.
I mean, we've been ringing it for 5 seconds now.
Wait a second, folks. Reverend Ash Taylor is calling for somebody. Look at this.
What the?
Maria, calm down.
I will not calm down. I will not.
What in the
I don't
world
know
is
what
going
this
on
is.
here?
I don't know, but I don't like it. I
got
do
some-
not like it.
Some sort of creatures here. Hey, I don't know who these guys think they are.
I don't know who they are either.
Some creatures wearing all black.
This
Who
is
knows
not
where they
what
came from?
God has in store. This is, you know, it's my luck, Dustin. I said, you say,
What?
Ash hold 12 dimes in a mirror and 4 guys appear.
What is going on here? This is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen here on Memphis Wrestling. Druids of some kind.
Druids?
I don't know what to call them, but they're apparently after Big John Dalton. And they're carrying him out? I am at a loss for words. What in the heck is going on here?
Clearly.
Welcome back to Memphis Wrestling, and joining me at this time is Reverend Ash Taylor, his righteous path, and he has promised that today is the day that Big John Dalton becomes righteous John Dalton, and I don't see Big John Dalton anywhere in sight, Reverend.
Mr. Starr, I want to show you and everyone else something beautiful. Brother John, join us at the desk.
Reverend Ash Taylor calling out Brother John, also known as Big John Dalton, and you've got to be kidding me here. Big John Dalton, after being carried away at our Halloween spooktacular, he's here donning the red and black with the righteous path. Big John Dalton, say it ain't so.
I'll talk for him. He doesn't need to say anything. You'll hear from me, and you'll like it. But here's what we're going to do. Mr. Starr, I'm going to take this microphone, and we're going to go officially anoint him as the newest member of the Righteous Path. You can go sit back there with your wife and shut up. Come on, guys. Mr. Starr, I said you can go sit at the desk. Isn't this beautiful, everyone? Look at this.
What in the world is...
This is truly beautiful.
I never thought we'd see this.
I mean, look at the hair. The devil horns on him.
Brother Bruce, Brother Ryan. God, this is just... It makes me happy is what it is. What it does is it shows everyone.
You're the only one.
Shows every single sinner here what happens when you join the righteous path. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a moment of prayer. All of you are going to shut up, and we're going to take that moment of prayer for Brother John Dalton.
They're going to pray for Brother John Dalton right here, right now, as they all bow their heads. Maria, bow your head.
I don't practice this kind of religion.
Wait a second. Wait just a second, folks. I think Reverend Ash Taylor might have counted his chickens before they hatch, because Big John Dalton's coming out of that uniform right now. Now they might want to turn around. Big shot, Big John Dalton, lighting up the righteous path. Double noggin knocker, and now it's one-on-one against Reverend Ash Taylor. Get him, Big John. I knew Big John Dalton wasn't going to join this stupid righteous path. Punch him out. Oh, the numbers caught up with him, ladies and gentlemen. Says, do you think this is a joke? Now it's back to 3-on-1. Big John Dalton needs some help out here is what he needs. Right in the gut, it looked like. Might have broke a rib. Here comes Derek King and Ray Sanders. And running like a pack of scalded dogs are the righteous path with a yellow streak running down their backs.
That's right, Ray DK, get him out of here.
Derek King and Ray Ray Sanders, the Memphis Wrestling Tag Team Champions. They've got Big John Dalton's back. And that's what Reverend Ash Taylor kept saying, is that your family and your friends, they didn't turn their back on him at all. They're here. And they've got Big John Dalton's back. Get on in there, big boy. It's 3-on-3 now, Maria. Fans are chanting, "You scared, you scared." And it looks like they are, just when you think Big John Dalton is joining the righteous path. And there they are, folks, standing tall with Big John Dalton, DK, Ray Ray, and BJD. Unbelievable. And fans earlier today at the Wrestle Center, the fans are speaking out against Hollywood Jimmy Blaylock and him suing us along with Gun Show a couple of weeks back. There is a petition going around the Wrestle Center to ban not only Jimmy Blaylock,
hey, we're gonna sign,
but the Hollywood Clique from Memphis Wrestling. Check this out. You're gonna love it. Hey, Ref! The whole entire Wrestle Center has seen it.
This sapsucker of an individual is up out of this wheelchair.
I told you!
He's out!
I told you!
He's out!
He's out of here!
The referee's ejected Jimmy Blaylock in the Clique!
Yes! Finally, Jimmy Blaylock is
You're
busted!
out!
Busted, finally!
Hey, man. Hey, stand up. I saw you walk.
I know you just saw me walk. You understand? I'm handicapped. Get that camera out of my face. I ain't walking around. I mean, you can't prove I'm walking. I mean, I'm just standing. I'm standing. I can't walk. How am I faking my wheelchair? Not faking.
With the Sonic 2 for $7 deal, you can choose from 3 delicious favorites for only $7. A Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, or a foot-long chili cheese coney. It might be the greatest pairing since cherry and limeade. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
The Memphis Wrestling Fan of the Week is sponsored by Orion Federal Credit Union. Check out all the ways that Orion is redefining banking at orionfcu.com.
We aren't just here to see patients. We're here to help people walk out our doors, whether it's life-saving trauma care, advancing oncology treatment, or helping patients reclaim their independence. We're always here for you. Regional One Health, specializing in tomorrows.
Our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's is AEW Full Gear. Join us Saturday, November 18th. It's free to watch. That's Dave & Buster's in Memphis. Sunday, November 19th, former Impact Wrestling World Champions Josh Alexander and Eric Young are coming to Memphis Wrestling. Reserve your seat right now at memphiswrestling.tv.
LA Hustlers, I know you can hear me. Listen, I know you're both very, very upset with me due to your involvement in the Monster Brawl Battle Royale, but I did keep my word, did I not? You were in the main event. And I know that this losing streak is rather troubling to you both, but I mean, that's not really my fault. You're just not listening. But with all that being said, I just want to clean the slate. I want to say I'm sorry. So I got you a gift. I got you both these. Look. Customized rubber chickens. So whenever you get in trouble in the ring, all you have to do is give it a little, and I'll be there. Oh, I'll be there. I actually left these in your special dressing room. You called it a broom closet, but I spared no expense. I mean, I moved the mop and the toilet paper out of the way and plenty of room in there, but nonetheless, in addition to all of this, I also got you both a featured tag team match this week on Memphis Wrestling Television, because I promise you that Barnabas the producer will take the LA Hustlers to the top, the tippy top of the Memphis Wrestling tag team scene. As a matter of fact, I'll see you both out there. I'm coming, gentlemen, I'm coming.
The following bout is scheduled for tag team action with a 20-minute time limit. Making their way to the ring, accompanied by Barnabas the producer, the LA Hustlers.
That's right, the LA Hustlers.
I mean, it is kind of a three-ring circus.
Barnabas, the producer, says, don't worry, guys. I've got you a tag team match today. The Hustlers have about had it with Barnabas after being put in a main event match in the Monster Brawl Battle Royal. And today, looks like Barnabas is heading over here. He's got these guys signed up for a tag team match. We're going to find out who their opponents are as Barnabas gets ready for commentary, apparently.
Maria, it is always lovely to see you. Destina, every time I'm here, look at your shabby jacket. Look at this horrible, these drab colors. Putrid.
My drab colors? Anyways, Barnabas the producer's joining us here, and I can't wait to see what tag team match you've got scheduled for the LA Hustlers.
And introducing their opponents, it is the team of Jackson and Abel, the twins of Salem.
What in the world?
You orchestrated this?
Have you done to the LA Hustlers? Now you're first the Monster Brawl Battle Royal, and now the twins of Salem?
Listen, Linda, listen.
I'm listening.
The LA Hustlers, they need to be challenged. They need someone to push them to the
hold on a second,
top.
Barnabas. It looks like they're none too pleased with you, and they already warned you. If you do this again...
Sometimes you got to give tough love, Destina. And these gentlemen need tough love because being nice, being oh so pleasant. Look at these gifts. Look at these gifts. I tried to give them these fantastic rubber chickens. These were going to be a sign, a symbol of our solidarity, and they threw them on the ground. That's very upsetting to me, Maria.
Ladies and gentlemen,
look at that.
have to send my condolences
the
that you
finest
have to
rubber chickens that you could buy.
Sit through this commentary with Barnabas' rubber chickens while the LA Hustlers are absolutely hating your existence. Right now, they have to square off against the returning twins of Salem. That's Jackson Crowley and Abel Booker. It's big trouble for the LA Hustlers, it looks like.
The LA Hustlers. If they are going to be the creme de la creme of tag teams here in Memphis Wrestling.
You might want to go talk some sense.
They look terrified.
Listen.
I mean, I am also a little terrified.
I'm giving you moral support.
I don't want to wrestle.
I got you these gifts to help motivate and inspire you.
What's he keep calling?
Listen, Hustlers, we got it. To the top. To the tippy top. They got this.
Tippy top. Okay, Barnabas.
Easy.
Says
Easy
the
night.
LA Hustlers have this easy. Looks like referee Ron Justice is inside the squared circle, trying to get some order here. One in, one out. Both of the twins of Salem are in, and none of the Hustlers are in.
There is nothing to fear but fear itself. They need to confront their fears.
Well, they're going to do it right here, right now. Bell rings, and we are underway. Dustin Starr alongside my lovely Maria and Barnabas, the producer with a top hat, gold chains, a couple of rubber chickens, and his LA Hustlers, apparently.
The proper pronunciation is Barnabas the producer.
Okay, hold on. Barnabas the producer. You do it, Maria.
It was an attempt. My voice is giving out. I got to save it.
Oh, gosh. Here we go. All right. Test the strength. That's Jackson Crowley inside the squared circle. On the apron is his twin, Abel Booker. There's the tag to Abel. So let's see.
May the power of the rubber chicken be with you.
I'm not sure what's going on.
You have this, Hustlers.
With the rubber chickens, can you explain that to us, Barnabas?
said they were gifts. They didn't take his
You
gifts.
wanted main event spots. You wanted competition. That's exactly what I got them, Destina. That's exactly what I did for them.
Here we go. Sling Blade, also
Look, they wanted
Notorious
competition.
Bradley
They
to the
didn't
floor.
want Haunting of the Horrors.
Here we go. What is this? Scoops up in a Death Valley driver position of sorts. And he hits it.
Was that his creep?
Jackson on the top rope. Flying devil
goodness.
splash. Is that it? And it is. And fans, I don't know what to call it, but it's a victory for the Twins of Salem.
Here are your winners, Jackson and Abel, the Twins of Salem.
How will I ever get a chart-topping hit out of the LA Hustlers, gentlemen?
I have no idea what's going on here at ringside, fans, but we did get a camera on King Cobra, working feverishly, making matches here in Memphis Wrestling. Let's check in with him.
Randy, it's going down next week. One of the biggest matches I've signed since I've been matchmaker. We're going to have a Memphis street fight. So I want you to make sure you get all your security people together. Make sure you tell Big Dan he needs to be here because it's going to get hairy. The match tied up right now is K Tuma versus Mike Anthony, and it's going to get hairy. Got it?
Yes, sir. Memphis Wrestling is hotter than ever. Join us live. Next Saturday, November 18th, is our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's. Watch AEW Full Gear with us. It's free. That's Dave & Buster's in Memphis. Next Sunday, November 19th, former Impact Wrestling World Champions Josh Alexander and Eric Young are coming to Memphis Wrestling. Meet them both at our VIP experience and catch them live. Friday, December 1st, Memphis Wrestling returns to Brighton, Tennessee for one of the biggest fundraisers of the year, benefiting Brighton Baseball and Brighton Softball. Sunday, December 10th is our annual Grind City Rumble featuring Warhorse. Reserve your seat today. All tickets are on sale now. Get yours right now at memphiswrestling.tv.
Welcome back to Memphis Wrestling. What a day it has been, and we still have a huge main event coming up. It's the final battle. Simon of the Posse goes head-to-head in a last man standing match against Tim Grind, or better known as
Daddy.
Also coming up next week, right here on Memphis Wrestling, AEW superstar Brandon Cutler will be here at the Wrestle Center, and apparently he's going to be in action, and he did send word, a very special message to Memphis Wrestling. Check it out.
Memphis Wrestling. It's your boy Brandon Cutler, the sage of our age, the churro of charisma, the man with the plan, and more importantly, the man with the cans. And my plan next week will be revealed.
Welcome back to ringside from being the elite. From AEW, Brandon Cutler is coming, but we don't know really what for. Tune in next week right here on Memphis Wrestling, but you know what's still to come. And it's up next.
I'm ready.
It is a huge main event. There is a lot on the line here.
Family.
We've heard from Simon after burning his own tag team partner. We've heard from Tim Grind and Flex. Frex vows that he does have Tim Grind's back, but he promised King Cobra he would not get involved. Fans, that huge main event is coming up next.
Please bring Lance out here right now. Please. This is my life, Dustin. I can't eat. I can't sleep without thinking about this.
He says, where's he at? Where's he at? Now he is all over. Mr. Chris, Tim Grind is fighting for a different purpose. He's fighting for his family. He's fighting for his son. Chinlock has now
wait a minute.
into
What is this?
Oh
Dustin!
My gosh, he's got Lance with him.
I need you. Lay down and let Mr. Chris beat you, or I'll snap this little stack of dimes this kid calls a neck. Lay down. Lay down.
Whoa.
Wait just
What is
a
this?
second. What in the hell am I looking at here?
No! Wait a minute, come on!
I have to think that Simon and Chris have brainwashed him. Lance, make all my nightmares go away and be my partner.
Begging and pleading as he just gets wiped out with that skateboard.
What is this?
His dad.
Lance, you have made your choice, but know one thing. The next time you step in that ring with me, you're not stepping in there with Daddy. You're stepping in there with Tim Grind. And you want to be in this business without me on your side? You're going to learn something about the business today, dog.
Tim Grind pulling off his belt. That's right, take him to the woodshed. Absolutely ridiculous. Now they hand the belt over. It's Flex! Flex is here! Big shots from Flexer! Tim Grind and Flex standing tall. That's too cool, too! Oh! Here we go!
Everybody I bring here to Memphis Wrestling, something tragic happens. My son gets kidnapped, gets brainwashed, he turns his back on his family, and then I bring in Flex, my best friend, my brother from another mother, and somebody tries to run over him with a truck. I don't know if it was the posse. I heard them talking, saying it wasn't them, but let me tell you something. You didn't get the job done.
He's winding him up with that spike, but wait a second!
Oh, blood is thicker than water.
What the hell is Simon doing?
What?
Oh my gosh!
God!
A fireball thrown at Mr. Chris! Good thing Lance ducked!
Yeah, that was an accident.
Simon has just caught his own tag team partner.
From now on, I'm coming looking for you. If it's in the parking lot, if it's at your house, I will get my son back.
The following bout is set for one fall and is a last man standing match. Introducing first, he is one half of the tag team, the Posse, Simon.
Big bad Simon. No matter how much you hate him, he is one of the baddest men to ever step inside the Wrestle Center. And if you don't believe us, go back at youtube.com/@Memphis Wrestling and look up the Posse. They have done everything from ruining Christmas. They have destroyed the Wrestle Center.
Yeah, I slapped him good for that one.
They have torn families apart, and Simon even caught his own tag team partner on fire at our Halloween Spooktacular, and now it's the final battle. The only way to settle the score. Last man standing.
And introducing next, his opponent. He is one half of the tag team, Pull 2 Memphis Wrestling alumni, Tim Grind.
Go get him, Tim. And I know we're supposed to be impartial. We're supposed to call it right down the middle. But I would love to see nothing more than Tim Grind get his revenge on Simon and the Posse right here today. Not only for himself, not only for his friend Flex, who we're still looking for the driver that ran over Flex or attempted to. And now Tim Grind has a chance to settle the score. Throws a steel chair in. Fans, Simon is not letting Tim Grind into the ring with the higher ground. Fans, we're going to step away for our last commercial break. When we come back, it's Last Man Standing. Stay with us.
Our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's is AEW Full Gear. Join us Saturday, November 18th. It's free to watch. That's Dave & Buster's in Memphis. Sunday, November 19th, former Impact Wrestling World Champions Josh Alexander and Eric Young are coming to Memphis Wrestling. Reserve your seat right now at memphiswrestling.tv. Friday, December 1st, Memphis Wrestling returns to Brighton, Tennessee for one of the biggest fundraisers of the year. Join us for a huge night of action benefiting Brighton baseball and softball. Get your tickets in advance at memphiswrestling.tv. Are you looking for a fun, interactive, action-packed way to raise money for your school fundraiser, special event, or nonprofit? Tag team with Memphis Wrestling. Call now at 901-729-6353. Comics, Kapow Comics! It's the place for comic books, retro games, classic memorabilia, and more. Kapow Comics, 501-834-5769.
Oh, Daddy. We all know it's Tim Grind.
Daddy.
That's enough of that. Tim Grind has that chain wrapped around Simon's neck. Now it looks like he's putting it around him, trying to incapacitate the arms.
Hey, look, Simon brought it out here. It's fair game.
Well, if Tim Grind doesn't use it effectively, he better hide it, because Simon most certainly knows how to use it. It's just fists a-flying here on Memphis Wrestling.
More chairs.
Oh my
gosh.
goodness! Right to the back. Didn't even take Simon down. Oh my gosh!
Not the
Got one
pumpkin.
of the pumpkins here. Smashes Simon in the back of the head. We've got a hell of a fight. Don't miss Memphis Wrestling Live right here next Sunday at the Wrestle Center. Impact Wrestling stars and former world champions Eric Young and Josh Alexander will be here. Get your tickets at memphiswrestling.tv. Meanwhile, inside the ring, what is Tim doing? He's got Simon all tied up.
He's gonna chain him to the ring.
You can hear every single person inside the Wrestle Center counting along with each punch as Tim Grind pounds away on Simon's big head. Two very decorated tag teams. Too Cool 2 and the Posse in the history of Memphis Wrestling. There's the count of 6. Oh, it might have been over, but Tim lays in one last shot with the chair right to the ribs.
He's gonna make sure that Simon is done.
The only way to win this match is to beat your opponent down to where he can't get up for the 10 count.
Okay. Well,
Three's
we're halfway
counting.
there.
At the count of 4, Simon's begging off. He didn't get to his feet, but Tim Grind knew that he would. Very unique rules here in this last man standing match. You have to incapacitate your opponent for 10 seconds, and here we go. Referee William Gibson, one of the best in the business, initiating that 10 count. He's at 4. Could this do it? Look at Tim Grind with that chain on his fist. That's as legal as a headlock in a contest like this. Here comes Tim Grind. Nobody home, and looks like Tim hits the side of the ring apron. Guess that's better than the floor, and look at this.
Simon just wants me to call him Daddy.
They're not called anybody Daddy except for Dirty Bear. Here we go, back at the ring steps. Those steps are as solid as it gets. It's actually a platform for our cameraman, who, I don't blame him, is too scared to be up there.
I definitely would move out of the way for sure.
Fans are chanting, "Whoop that trick," the official battle cry of Memphis Wrestling. And now Simon taking a chair out of the front row and absolutely waffles Tim Grind across the back. Now he's got somebody shoot. Oh, no he doesn't. I think Tim Grind has something else, and he's squeezing with all his might. That's about the only way I can call that one, folks, as the fans chant, "Who's your daddy?" Tim Grind is feeling it now. Referee is at the 2 count. I don't think Tim is done though. And he's not. Back on the attack. It's almost like he doesn't even want to win the contest, just wants to inflict pain and get a little revenge and retribution for his family. And speaking of family, we haven't seen Lance or Mr. Chris, or should I say Mr. Crisp, since the Halloween Spooktacular.
I see what you did there.
A couple of weeks back. What in the world? Big shot, just absolutely levels Tim right in the jaw.
Oh my
goodness. Simon
I figured
just
he had some tricks up his sleeve.
a wrench out of his elbow pad. He says, this one's for you. If he hits him with this wrench, it could be over. There's the 8 count, and he absolutely levels him. That's got to do it. Simon, with all the confidence in the world, just levels Tim Grind. And he's not going to wait for the 10 count either. What in the hell is going on here?
Simon, don't do it.
Wait a second, folks. Simon is getting ready for a concerto, and look who it is. Lance. Lance did attempt to save his father on Halloween, and he did just duck out of the way of a fireball, but why is he here now? Simon is instructing Lance to do the dirty work. He wants him to crush his own father's head right here. Is he gonna do it? He throws the chair down and says no! Oh my goodness. Lance is just a kid, ladies and gentlemen. That's the son of Tim Grind. And now looks like Simon's gonna finish the job himself. And if he does, it's all over. No! Lance says no!
That's one way to stop him.
Lance with the low blow. Now the referee administering his count. Who's gonna reach their feet first? This might be it. And what's Lance doing? Fans are chanting daddy. I can't believe it. Lance is egging his dad on, telling him to get up. And that is it. Folks, we've got a winner.
Here is your winner of the last man standing match, Tim Grind!
Tim Grind victorious, courtesy of his son Lance. What a moment! What is going on now? Big embrace and hug in the center of the ring. Father and son reunited, and fans, we are all out of time. Tim Grind has done it alongside his son Lance. That's all the time we have. I am Dustin Starr. She's my Maria, saying so long, everybody.